Will you give me more Coke and ice, please?
What's going on, peoples?
Hey, everybody.
Everybody's wondering where I'm going to get my information from. I'm going to give you guys a clue. I call news stations daily to get updates on everything, and I had happened to call the Lafayette news station, which is going to be WLFI 18. Spoke to the newsroom. There is big movement with Kegan Kline with ISP going on, so they're doing a live update at 5 p.m. So we're going to join in on that live stream from the news station in Lafayette.
So first thing we should say today is that Miami County locked down Kegan Kline's case file.
Yep.
No one can any longer get any information on it. So they have sealed all of his case files and records and everything. So something big is going on.
Yep. I asked the newscaster when he answered the phone in the newsroom, so is it true that ISP took KK into custody? He said yes, but more will be said during the live stream.
At 5 o'clock. So.
Yep. Somebody makes a comment about something, I'm looking into it instantly.
Yeah. So, just want to say, Dee's here. We're here. Hey, Dee. Hey, Lynn. Boston. Jacqueline. True Crime with Shannon. Nice to have ya. Jill. Sharon. Digital. Thank you all for joining us. So, big news today is that they locked down Kegan Kline's file. And then Frank was in another sleuth's chat, and somebody mentioned that they arrested Kegan Kline. And Frank, what did you do?
Everybody's wondered where this person got the information. So I instantly looked it up on Google and found WLFI 18, a news station out of West Lafayette. I immediately called them and they said, yes, there is movement with Kegan Kline. We are going live at 5 p.m. with it.
Hey, Polly, how you doing? So, could today be the day?
Yes, good question. So, just anticipation, guys. Got about 3 minutes before we start this live stream. So hopefully it's not disappointing news from what he told me. I mean, from what he told me, sounded like good news, but I'm hoping it's good news. You know what I mean? Yes, I got it up, Boston.
Yeah, we're just waiting for it to come on.
Let me go ahead and push play on it.
Hey, Zooter. Hey, Copper Horse. How you doing? Well, I'm thinking that digital that news yesterday that broke, even
Download
though it wasn't verified,
today. Get live local.
That that Kegan had Googled the Marathon gas station in Delphi. I think that was the push and the shove that they needed to make an arrest. Oh God, the two cats are going at it. All I hear is meow.
Yeah, I heard it earlier. I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah, so just ignore the cats.
All right. Got about 2 minutes, guys.
I would play it and just turn down the volume until we can. Hey, Cindy. All right, so we're getting more people in. We're waiting for the news broadcast at 5 o'clock because they're going to announce something with ISP taking somebody into custody, meaning Kegan Kline. We don't know what the charges are. We're hoping to hear that here shortly. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to keep my excitement down, but oh my God.
Cross your fingers, people. Cross your
Today
fingers.
could be the day.
I got the volume turned down on the news right now.
What do you mean
so.
y'all may end up going live if this gets big? We are live.
Shit. Any information that I can grab that is newsworthy, we're going live. Believe that. I immediately called her as soon as I hung up with the news station. I called her immediately, said we are going live.
Yeah,
So,
I was on the phone with my boss late, and I'm like, all those darn scam calls. Here it's him calling me.
and I was like, answer your damn phone. All right, here we go, guys.
Hope today's the day.
What's going on with the volume here?
I don't know, but we better fix it.
1970, he was the MVP of the Super Bowl, leading the Chiefs past the Vikings. He was elected to the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 1987. Before that, he was a star for Purdue in the 1950s. Dawson threw for more than 3,000 yards and was named an All-American in 1956.
We'll have unfortunately, we're going to have to listen to the whole news stream until they get to that
part. We know the name of the motorcyclist killed in yesterday's crash in West Lafayette. The county coroner says 22-year-old Robert Glenn died at the scene. The 911 call came in just before 5:30 Tuesday evening. The crash happened on Sagamore Parkway, north of Wynn Hinchell Boulevard.
That's sad.
Witness at the crash. She says Glenn crashed into a car that slammed on its brakes. She says the collision was a chain reaction to another car that peeled out of a parking lot into the road. An autopsy is scheduled for tomorrow.
A historic announcement on student loans today. President Joe Biden announcing a plan to forgive up to $10,000 in student loan debt from millions of Americans. Student loan payments will also be deferred until January. Nancy Cordes has the story.
Well, sure. I just paid mine off.
Months of uncertainty are over. President Biden is expected to announce today that the government will forgive up to $10,000.
For those that are just coming in, we're waiting for the part of the newscast where they're talking about ISP making an arrest today. So unfortunately, we got to watch all of it in order to get to that part.
I'll be right back.
Where's the volume? There's no volume.
Really made a dent.
There we go.
I think it is predatory of colleges and schools.
You're welcome, Lynn.
Kids who may not have ever had any understanding of how finances work.
The president has been feeling the political pinch from both sides of his own party. With
holy crackers! Wow, exactly, Molly.
All together.
Today could actually be the day.
Holding back people who are trying to buy homes. It's holding back people who.
Lori, we're waiting for the news broadcast to go through all their normal stuff because they're supposed to be reporting on the fact that ISP made an arrest and arrested Kegan Kline.
Zooter says, don't touch anything. Well, sorry, Zooter. She done taught me how to do all this stuff, so I know what I'm doing now.
Well, turn the volume back on.
Here is that you potentially might spend $360 billion of taxpayer money. At the end of the day, you haven't altered the trajectory of college costs for millions of American families that are going to be going to college in the future.
Me too, Steffa.
That is a tougher problem to solve. For now, progressives are eliminating student debt will help to level the playing field.
Yes, Molly, that's what they're saying is they already arrested KK, not TK,
for
KK, Kegan Kline.
Been in place since the start of the pandemic. Nancy Cordes.
No, not Tony Kline.
And U.S. Senator Mike Braun of Indiana is weighing in on the student loan forgiveness proposal. Braun.
Yeah. Student loan. Too late for me. I just paid off my loans. You could have done this a couple months ago. That's what we're waiting to hear, Lisa, is that KK was arrested.
I'm getting more value out of colleges rather than giving them another reason to hike prices. Well, the dog days of summer are now.
So, come on, get on with it.
Chad Evans joins us now with an update on what to expect tonight. Chad?
Yeah, we're in the 80s area wide right now, mid-80s Lafayette.
They only run their newscast from 5 to 5:30, then again at 6 to 6:30. So he told me at 5 o'clock. So
the north here, northeast of Reynolds. But I want you to notice something.
KK could be charged with murder.
White County, but notice in June and July, the rainfall at this particular observation site was one of the highest in the
Hey, Worldwide Crime, nice to see you. I haven't seen you in a long time.
with one big rain event.
So KK was already arrested on the pornography, but he can be arrested on murder charges also.
I was 90 today, and look at the lack of rainfall. We've had a little more in August, but only around an inch in June and July.
Zooter, we'll turn the volume up once they get to that part.
Arnold Farm on the Weehaw Plains. It's still a pretty big difference in rainfall over the area, but certainly more dry.
Yeah, something in October. Hopefully it's happening today.
The heating up this afternoon. Our cold front is right here.
Yes, they could be hitting them with obstruction charges too.
Bring a few scattered storms. We'll show you that next.
All right, so we'll give an update here in just a minute.
An aid to Ukraine. The announcement comes as Ukraine celebrates its Independence Day, which marks the 6-month anniversary since the start of the war. President Biden announced the U.S. will give nearly $3 billion in aid to Ukraine. The military aid is the largest single package of assistance yet. The president said, quote, this will allow
KK was arrested in 2019 for that?
August of 2020.
Oh, okay.
And radars to ensure it can continue to defend itself.
I couldn't find anything either, Molly.
$10 billion worth of weapons and equipment have now been shipped to Ukraine to aid in its.
Like I said, guys, I called the news station directly, and that's what the news guy told me from the newsroom.
And 6 months into the
So the guy in the newsroom told Frank that
science professor says it's difficult to predict how much
at 5 o'clock they were going to be announcing that ISP made an arrest and that they arrested Kegan Kline.
In February. At the time, he says Russian President Vladimir Putin believed his military would remove the Ukrainian government from power in a matter of weeks. Haynes says the shipment of weapons to
We'll find out exactly what's going on once they come up with it.
And that's something we thought of too, Michelle.
Warning for Americans to immediately evacuate Ukraine could indicate an increase in non-military casualties.
I think we may be seeing.
Oh, come on. You're killing me.
Yeah, they are killing me. Lord. I'm sitting there damn sweating.
That have not
What's up, Sleuth?
Military value.
I try to get your attention on your live, dude, but you're too busy with the videos, man.
Money.
Hey, Sleuth, how you doing?
Haynes says he does not expect the United States.
It's okay. You don't have to be quiet. We're trying to just listen and
change could happen is if Russia invades.
Yeah, I know. I wish they'd hurry up too.
Well, parents are still adjusting to the Ithaca News Corporation's new staggered schedule. News 18's Joe Paul is live this afternoon near TSC's Klondike campus.
What do you mean, Tech Death? How are you hearing that he's not arrested?
As well, Joe.
Hey, Jeff. Yeah, TSC in schools.
What I'm thinking is they might have possibly took him into custody for protective custody.
And after school. Well, that move appears to be working, even though.
Yes, Tech, or who asked? Yes, Molly. This is a news station out of Lafayette, Indiana.
Going into the school year. But now another change to keep in mind. School zone time frames across the county are wildly different. That's because schools under this new staggered schedule can start as early as 7:30 in the morning and as late as 4:10 in the afternoon.
He was transferred to the custody of ISP.
Drivers need to be aware of. He says the adjustment.
There's got to be a reason why.
Confusion.
Traffic is a lot.
So why did ISP take him into custody, though?
That's a good question.
I'm trying to work with the schools and the school resource officers to figure out how we can alleviate the problem.
Remember, speed limits.
Trust and justice. Where's your comment?
Hour Monday to Friday, anytime a school zone is being enforced. And hey, for a full list of those school zone times and locations, truck on over to our website, WLFI.com. Reporting live in West Lafayette, Joe Paul, News 18.
All right, Joe, thank you. This morning was ribbon cutting ceremonies for the brand new Patty Jiske Early Care and Education.
I'm looking. Hang on.
Ceremony this morning included Patty Jiske, her husband, and former President Martin Jiske, their family, and leaders from both Purdue and Early Education Indiana. The center opened its doors just a few weeks ago. It focuses heavily not only on child care for faculty and staff at Purdue, but also early education, which is crucial, according to Maureen Weber, the early education.
We heard that all documents regarding Kegan Kline have been sealed.
Skills that follow them throughout their lives. So things like the ability to persist through a challenge, to have flexible thinking strategies and problem solving.
I've got a news article on it.
Do get their start before a child even enters kindergarten. So it's just critically important that we get that initial.
I don't know if anybody's over at Wabash now or not.
Coming up tonight on News 18 at 6, hear from Patty Jiske herself about why this new facility is so.
George, what's search in the river near the Klein house, and when was this?
Races for the Democratic primary in Florida. The former governor
damn, come on with this
won
shit.
the chance to challenge current GOP Governor Ron DeSantis, who made the comment.
WFLI says ISP took KK into custody over the last several days. Record is sealed because could be detrimental to another serious case. Happened over the past few days. Info just released.
A decade ago,
Well,
Governor DeSantis only cares
so
about
he's rolling. That sounds like it. KK's
They're hoping he can
singing.
take on Florida GOP Governor Ron DeSantis, who's been on the national stage taking on public school agendas.
So in the last 3 days, they searched Wabash.
Will be the vanguard of freedom in this country.
We have to get out and exercise our right to vote.
Meantime, a former Orlando police
I'm
chief
sweating my
appears set
ass
for a
off.
fight for the
Damn.
Florida U.S. Senate seat, now occupied by Republican Marco Rubio.
The president.
Bean says it's at Wabash River. I'm heading there now to see if anyone is there, but that would have been at top of the hour, I would have thought. I would have thought so too.
Yeah.
Attacking our Supreme Court, I'm going to stand up and fight.
Okay, so Murder Sheet dropped a new episode about an hour ago about the search yesterday.
Judiciary Chair Jerry Nadler defeated Oversight Committee Chair Carolyn Maloney.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, Sleuth.
A powerhouse
Yeah.
due to a newly withdrawn
We
congressional.
kind of figured he'd been talking.
In New York's Hudson Valley, a special election there may set the roadmap for midterm strategies come
Yeah,
forward.
roll away, KK, roll away. Yep.
Trying to fire up the voting base.
Yeah, listen,
They've been here all week.
Everyone has a degree of interest.
Democrat Pat Ryan won last night against Republican Mark Molinaro in the first competitive House election since the U.S. Supreme Court overturned.
What, Vanessa?
Setting
You've
this
heard 2 bodies in 2 separate bodies of water in the last 3 days?
5 voters in November.
The foundations of our democracy were
Yeah, exactly.
under direct threat.
Because that was a special election, Ryan will only serve in the seat for a few months and have to run again in November. With the primary season largely complete now, we have roughly 2 months until we find
So
out.
the search is over. Okay, so it happened yesterday.
Or if Republicans are now poised for victory. Scott McFarland, CBS News, New York.
Up next, a warning for all Hoosiers tonight. Fake cops.
Lynn says skip the commercials, go to 452.
You need to know to protect your money from the con artists.
They put their
All right, I'm
safety
gonna
on
pause
the line
it.
every day.
Ooh, the hell happened there? There we go.
He gave them info to search the river. Oh my goodness. He's feeling the heat enough. He's talking.
Yep.
Are you watching WFLI?
It's WIFF or whatever it is.
This one here.
WFI. What is that? I can't read it.
WFLI.
Yeah, that's the one I'm watching now. News 18. Out of West Lafayette, Indiana.
You and me. First responders make our community a better place to live.
So watch WLFI September 6th for the Hero Fund USA Giving Day.
It's a cause we can all get behind.
The safety of our first responders is a cause we can all get behind.
That's why we support Hero Fund USA and its efforts to provide needed safety equipment to local agencies. Your local contributions always stay local, so make a difference in our community by saving lives.
The safety of our
I'm checking their website right now.
That's why we support Hero Fund USA and its efforts to provide needed safety equipment to local agencies. Your local contributions always stay local, so make a difference in our community by saving lives.
Download the WLFI weather app today. Get live local severe weather alerts. Use the interactive radar and watch the latest forecast. Be one step ahead of the weather with the
I'm not seeing anything on their website.
Where you live. Download the WLFI News 18 app on your mobile
Let me call
device
them real
today.
quick.
Stay informed by getting breaking news alerts right on your phone and follow stories in our community. Be one
You'd
step
think they'd have it all over here.
coverage. Stay up to date on your local news, weather, and sports. And use our reported feature to be part of the news from where you live. The WLFI News 18 app.
Here we
Stay
go.
in the know, on the go with your news from
I
where
found
you
it. I'm sending this to you, Frank.
News from where you live on News 18 is more reporters getting you the local stories. More newscasts 7 days a week. More live breaking news. More local weather information. More local forecasts. More digital content on WLFI.com. Proud to deliver more of what you want and what you need. News 18, news from where you live. Live local severe weather alerts. Use the interactive radar.
Oh
and
my goodness.
Forecast. One step ahead of the weather with the WLFI weather app. Weather from where you live. Download the WLFI News 18 app on your mobile device today. Stay informed by getting breaking news alerts right on your phone and follow stories in our community. Be one step ahead of the weather with live local weather coverage. Stay up to date on your local news, weather, and sports, and use our reported feature to be part of the news from where you live. The WLFI News 18 app. Stay in the know, on the go, with your news from where you live.
All right, here's the deal, guys. Let's get off of the newsroom again. And what they're planning to do is they're going to hold off on this press conference or this information because they want to make sure they verify everything 100%. And he said to call us back, and I'll give you an exact time to come back and watch our live stream, and I'll have it.
All right, but go to your Facebook Messenger. I just sent you what they have on their website as of 1 hour ago, and you can share that.
Let's see here. That's just the court documents. Okay. All right. Do you just want to go ahead and pull this up and show this? Yeah. Let me go ahead and cancel this out. Oh. Stop the sharing. And if you want to go ahead and share that article, Marv, on your end.
I already am.
Okay.
So this is as of an hour ago. Indiana State Police took custody of Kegan Kline, then returned him to the Miami County Jail at some point over the last several days, according to the judge's order filed Friday. As we've reported, court documents in Kline's Miami County child pornography case suggest he's the man behind the fake Anthony Schott social media profile, which police believe was the last to communicate with Liberty German 14 before her death alongside Abigail Williams 13 in the prominent Delphi double homicides. Prosecutors on Friday asked a judge to seal the order revealing details about Kline's transfer of custody, arguing release of the information would severely hinder the efforts of law enforcement officers in the course of an investigation. On Wednesday morning, a search of Kline's case number on Indiana's online court database returned no results. The case was unsealed in the afternoon. News 18 hasn't heard back from the Miami County Prosecutor's Office. An ISP spokesperson declined to comment due to an active and ongoing investigation. As part of the Delphi double homicide investigation, ISP detectives are looking for anyone who interacted with the Anthony Shots account. And that's on any platform. It's not just on the ones that we've been saying. It's any platform. In a news release, ISP says the man behind the profile used images of a known male model and portrayed himself as being extremely wealthy and owning numerous sports cars. Yeah, we know all this, that the profile was used from 2016 to 17 to message young girls, solicit nude photos, and obtain their addresses to meet them. Police told Kline the account was the last to communicate with Liberty German before her death. In the HLN special, Kline says he doesn't recall speaking with German and denied involvement in the killings. He hasn't been arrested, charged, or named a suspect in the case. The FBI raided Kline's home about 10 days after the 2017 Delphi double homicides and found child pornography, according to court documents. He was charged several years later and faced 30 felonies in Miami County, including possession of child pornography and child exploitation. And then it gives the tip line. So, okay, let's go back here and see what everybody has been saying.
I think, honestly, my own opinion, Kegan Kline is singing. That is my opinion. Hey, true crime bloke, what's going on, buddy? Ain't seen you in a minute, man. Where you been hiding? But what I'm planning to do, I don't know if Marv will be up at that time. From the time we end this broadcast, I'm going to keep in contact with the news station to see when they're going to actually air this. And once I get a definite time, I will set up another thumbnail to go live again with their actual live broadcast. It was kind of strange that they didn't play it at the top of the hour, which we all thought was kind of weird. So that's why I decided to call them back to find out what's going on. And he advised me they decided to hold off to make sure they can verify everything before they actually went live with it. So,
well, they're searching in the river. It's for something important.
Yeah. So, who said stop the insanity?
True crime bloke or true crime Shannon.
All right, Shannon. You see this?
True crime bloke. Good to see ya. We weren't allowed to discuss an ongoing case the other day and got a nice legal notice in our email as news came out elsewhere. Interesting.
Wow. Man, you quit hiding, Callie. We miss seeing your face, bro. George, what's up, George?
Nice to see ya. Worldwide crime. This has me so hopeful and nervous at the same time. You got that right.
Yep. What did Stephen say? Call Adventures with Purpose. Because Sleuth did a live today about them from a couple of years ago.
I've watched them for years now.
They were with us at the march back in March, or the Memorial Walk back in March.
AWP was not with us.
Who said that? Yeah, they were there.
AWP was not
no.
there.
I'm talking about the Adventures with Michael.
Yeah.
Ooh, well, I'm sweating now, guys.
True Crime
Lord.
Book says, likewise, I hope Kegan has yelped and the walls come down ASAP. Will bring an end to a lot of this mess. Yes, I agree.
Totally agree.
Okay, so Rick Snays here?
Yep, I saw him too. Yeah, Marv, Sleuth, yeah, we were all together that day, and she went off with Michael and them over across the bridge, and me and Steffa and what's her name from Michigan? Betty from Michigan took the trails over to Ron Logan's property.
Yeah, they went one way. I went across the bridge, down both hills to the river. It sounds like it. Maybe he was waiting for the right deal. And maybe his new lawyer helped him.
Well, according to his thing from...
That's what I was wondering, True Crime Bloke, is if the knife was thrown in the river.
But I'll be on the phone most of the evening, calling them every hour on the hour.
So, okay, the information we got is that in the last several days, ISP went and picked up KK, had him for a while, sealed his file, then took him back and unsealed the file. They're not saying why they sealed it or unsealed it. And then apparently yesterday, according to Tech Death, they searched the Wabash River. So it could be gone or it sinks. It could still be there. Wonder if KK drove them to where evidence was dumped. I don't know. I don't know if they searched the whole river, but they searched part of it. So Molly, 6 miles from Kline House near a bridge. So if he threw it off of a bridge, he doesn't know exactly where it went, so they had to search a little bit. Somebody said the MS episode is about the search yesterday. That could very well be. He's either giving them information on who had access to the account and who this person is that did this, or he's rolling on himself too and just giving up and giving evidence. Yeah, everybody, including myself, will have to go and watch the podcast. Good to hear, True Crime Bloke. Frank, you're muted.
Hey, Callie, man, I'm glad you're getting things together, bro, because, man, we were worried about you there for a while, man.
Okay, so they're they searched a specific area under the bridge.
KK Wendell is the son, and the father is TK.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Tech Desk said that murder sheet was actually there while they were during the searching.
Wow. Marv was in some of their videos. Oh,
Michael. Yeah, Michael's.
Yep. Adventures with Michael. Yep.
Yep. I was only in a couple of them. I don't like being on camera like that.
ISP website has tip line for A&L right up on their top of their website.
Anytime, Callie, man, anytime you need anybody to talk to, you know how to reach me, bud.
I don't know if it's always been at the top. I can't remember. Anybody know the answer?
I thought that Broadway Bridge is like 6 blocks away from Klein House.
Yeah, support was definitely. We all trespassed that day. Yes, we did.
Well, honestly, when we took that trail over to Ron Logan's property, I did not see one trespassing sign.
No.
The property line between the Mears and Ron Logan, the fence, it was completely knocked down.
Yeah, I would say so. True crime bloke. This dude clearly likes bodies of water if he chucked it in the Wabash. Wonder what TK thinks about all this. He's probably wondering if his son's rolling on him.
Yep, that's what I'm thinking too. I don't know if anybody knows. I know several of you guys know in our chat all know that I had contact with Kegan about 2 months ago, was it?
That is very true, Molly. If they went and picked him up, they may have taken him to a location to have him point out an area. Bean says state police was searching all last week.
Like I was saying, there's quite a few names in our chat, but a lot of people don't know that's new to our chat. I was in communication with Kegan Kline. What was it, about a month and a half ago, 2 months ago? I was chirping him through the Wabash County Jail and had a little long conversation with him, but then I think I spooked him and he stopped talking.
KK is the son. TK is the father. That could be.
I'm going to text you something real quick, Marv.
Kline's house is blocks from the Broadway Bridge over the Wabash, and the house is 1 block from the river. Okay.
Check your messenger.
Check my messenger. Derek, our trespassing adventures were all good intentions. Yes, they were. So the Wabash, no.
Okay.
So the Wabash flows behind TK's home. Interesting.
Like I said, I could have swore that bridge they keep mentioning it was like 6 blocks away from that house, from Tony's house.
Yeah, Digital says he thinks the name of the bridge starts with an H. And Lynn says it's 6 minutes from his home.
This is a statement by Boston Christian. I talked to him and I told Kegan Kline, even though he's guilty of sin, I told him straight up, I said, look, dude, do you understand that public defenders do not really help you? They work alongside with the prosecutors. They work out the same offices. They all go to lunch together. This guy is not helping you. And it makes me wonder if he took that into consideration and thought, well, damn, if this guy's right, I'm going to look for other legal avenues. I mean, if anybody wants to see all the messages between me and Tony or Kegan Kline, I'm willing to share them with anybody.
Vanessa says Harrison is the name of the bridge, digital.
I thought Harrison Bridge was like 6 blocks.
12 Cut says all they have to do to get him to talk is buy him Krispy Kreme donuts and a Coca-Cola.
Yeah, that'd probably kill him.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Is that a good thing or bad thing? I've already been told I was bossy this week, so.
Yeah, Derek. I mean, you know, I've had my run-ins with the law, little petty-ass stuff, stupid stuff when I was younger, and I know how public defenders work, man. And they get paid by the state. They're automatically getting paid no matter what, you know, and they're basically working with the prosecutor to make the prosecutor look good. Hey, 12 Cut, I don't do Diet Coke, but I sure do Diet Pepsi, though.
Do you think it's possible speculation, insider info from anybody can go look at that. We'll just go get it from Murder Sheets podcast.
Since they seem to be the one that's got all the insight.
Yep. Does anyone know where TK was during the Evansdale murders? Bodies found near water.
I don't know anything about that. I mean, I know that they were founded in a wooded area, and a lot of people seem to think that they were able to determine the cause of death of those girls. Well, there's only one way they would have determined if the girls' bodies were basically skeletized when they found the girls in Evansdale.
Sounds good, Tech Death.
Hey, Tech Death, what's going on? Are you still sick, man? You still working on our music for our new intro?
They just found a body near Harrison Bridge Tuesday in a pond. I'm not sure if it relates to TK or KK at all.
Look who's in the chat.
Ooh.
You just deleted it.
Oh, hi, my friend.
Hi, Jen. Nice to see you.
I haven't seen that name in a while. There's a few names in here today we haven't seen in a while, so we're glad.
Exactly, yeah.
Let's see. Just want to make sure before throughout. Yeah. I mean, there's all kinds of speculations you can make as to why they went and got him. They wanted to question him more. They charged him with something.
Protective custody.
Protective custody. He was giving them information. They took him to some kind of location so he could show them where something's at. I mean, the possibilities are endless.
Yeah, Jen, we missed you, girl. It's been a while. We shoot you a message every once in a while, and we were hoping you were okay because we hadn't heard from you. Thank you, Lynn, for the $20 super sticker.
Thank you so much. Yes, good legal representation is very important.
Exactly. See, honestly, this is my opinion with these 30 charges that's pending over his head right now. I'm almost positive they're going to drop a bunch of them. I'm almost positive.
No.
Yeah, this is Indiana. Look at that teacher that got busted for the same charge that Kegan got for solicitation of a minor. He was a band teacher in Boone County, and you know what he got as a sentence? A slap on the wrist and a year probation, and didn't even get put on the sex offenders list.
Yeah, but Keegan's got more other charges too against him other than that. He's got exploitation and everything else. That's different.
Well, yeah, but I'm almost positive.
They might drop a couple charges if they're iffy. but the majority of them are going to stick. Oh, glad to hear that, Jen. She's getting rest.
How's the kids doing, Jen? Hope everything's well on your end.
Yeah, she just said she needed rest.
Hey, Babylonian cowboy, nice to see you. Hola, that tells me you're Hispanic or Latino.
Does that matter?
No, honestly, it don't, because we never knew who it was.
Oh, that's right. All right, Digital says, oh, I didn't click on it right. But they say when more than one have access to a device, charges are very difficult to prove. You're right, because they got to figure out who all had access.
Honestly, I mean, you would think if you get everybody that had access to that account, charge every one of them and let one of them squeal.
Yeah. This is a big week for us.
Yes, it is.
I mean, now this is happening, so we got to wait to find out more. Tomorrow night is finally the Tabitha Shucks Rains story is coming out. Saturday, I'm meeting a certain psychic and going to hopefully record that for everybody. And then another woman with a child a 15-year-old, right, Frank, that was murdered.
15-year-old. No, that her daughter.
Or yeah.
She was 24.
Oh, she was 24. Was murdered, and she reached out to us and would like some help.
And I've been waiting on her response because I reached out to her early this morning and I haven't heard back from her yet. But so how's everybody's day going, people, besides the news about TK and all this and the court documents being sealed? Excuse me, guys.
What does everybody think about the news that dropped yesterday that KK Googled the Marathon gas station? Now I know where that gas station is because every time I go to Delphi, I stop at that gas station at least 2 or 3 times.
Right. But see, we don't know if it was actually KK that actually did that Google search.
Right. But, okay, so what have we learned this year alone in the past 6 months? We've learned that KK was the last one to contact her on the 13th at 8 a.m. Right?
Yep.
He's the last one that contacted Libby, they're saying, at 8 a.m. We learned all about the Ron Logan warrant.
We learned a lot from the KK affidavit.
Transcripts, yep.
Yes.
Now it's coming out that whoever had access to Anthony Schatz Googled, well, I don't know. Is it the Anthony Schatz profile or is this coming from one of his actually phones?
Exactly. That's what I want to know.
Is that why they're saying that Kegan Googled directions for the Marathon gas station? So stuff is slipping out here.
When they continued the case, an instant bell rang in my head. I said, oh, this dude's wanting a better deal, so he's going to start singing.
Molly, you got that right. Friday cliffhanger with Sonny and Jason shooting it out. Who's going to get hurt? Yep.
Hey, Molly, I got a story about General Hospital. When I was a kid in like 6th or 7th grade, I'd get home from school and my mother would be downstairs with friends at the kitchen table shooting the shit, whatever. You know what she would have me do? She'd have me go upstairs in her bedroom and turn on General Hospital with Bo, Luke, and Jack Weber and all them guys. That used
That's
to be
not
on there.
General Hospital. That's Days of Our Lives.
No, back in the late 70s, 80s, it was Luke and Laura that got
Luke
married.
and Laura.
And then you had Jack Wagner that was on there. You had
Jack Wagner as Frisco, yes.
Yeah, then you have Rick Springfield that was on there. I was like, Mom, I'm not into this stuff. Why are you making me watch it?
I still watch General Hospital to this day.
Jen, what did she just say?
Wonder if MS saw KK at the search. I don't know.
I mean, why would they take him to the search unless he's confessing to doing it and telling them exactly where he threw the weapon? Unless there's something that we don't know. Oh, I gave up soap operas years ago.
Yeah, I heard
Lord.
that story, Derek, about the other story about the marathon.
Are you talking about the one me and you know about?
Well, apparently he knows about it too, I'm thinking.
Yep.
So, get this straight. This is just a rumor. Rumor, not facts. Rumor. Rumor is that Mike Patty didn't go to work that day, that he was at the Marathon gas station, and one of the people that worked there took the receipt that he had
out of the trash can
and put it in a special place, I guess.
Yep. And then we have somebody that we are on a daily basis in contact with that went to that marathon and asked for the girl that took the receipt. She sat there and waited, and the girl that was working at the time came back and told her that the manager wanted them out of the store and off the property. And then I guess a couple days later, they went back to talk to the girl and found out the girl had died, supposedly of a heart attack. So I don't know how much that is.
Yeah. How can the FBI corrupt an entire hard drive?
Easy. Put it in and delete everything off of it.
Yes, I would say right now Kegan is more of the suspect than TK. And yes, they messed up at the beginning. And it sounds like it was multiple. Stop clicking on my stuff.
And you gave me access.
I'll take it away. Oh, I love giving you crap.
Big sister, little sister shit. Hey, believe us, guys. Me and her get into it behind the scenes that you guys don't know about.
If only you knew. We go through some heated conversations on the phone.
Oh, yeah. She'll start screaming at me and shit, and I'm like, you ever heard of, you know who Mr. Click is? Mr. Click, hang up the phone, click.
I like Jen's thought. It might be easier to count who didn't have access to that account. Yeah?
Laura Dawn, why do I know that name?
Oh, I like Robert and Anna, but I do like Robert and Holly. But Robert and Anna better than Robert and Holly.
I need to check something real quick.
That information about the gas station change in the investigation in 2019. FBI wanted Logan, locals wanted TK and KK. That could be. Well, that's the thing, MS podcast, they even said that the reason they didn't have their eye on Kegan is because they thought the alibi of them being in Las Vegas was true. And here we all found out later it wasn't. Frank, I thought he said Bo and Hope, not Luke and Laura and all them when he was talking. And that's Days of Our Lives. But maybe I heard him wrong. That could be too. You know, Ron Logan could have been involved in some aspect, not just the murder part. I don't know. He could have just stumbled across him that night and covered him up.
And freaked out.
Yep.
Good to know, Digital. Well, let's clear that up right now.
I agree. Okay. Hang on. D, oh my God, finally it's out. What is out? Which part of what we've talked to are you saying, oh my God, about?
Hey, D, if you're able to come up on panel, you can. I know you use it from your laptop or your phone.
Okay, so public art critic. The importance of the gas station is that the gas station is only a short distance from the gas station to the trail. Short distance. So if he was gonna, if more than one person is involved and they wanted to meet somewhere, gas station would be a great place to pick them up.
Dee's going to come on the panel. So give me a minute to hook up my headphones. So do you want to send her an invite?
We've received information that he was at work, but we haven't received confirmation that he was at work.
I don't know where to send this to for her. Messenger. There we go.
Ask James Comey, who
RV this
Hey Grizz, how you doing?
Oh, I don't know where to send that to, Marv.
What are you trying to do?
Send a StreamYard to D.
Just put it in the chat.
Okay.
For purposes of identifying bridges in Miami County, the bridge on river near Kline House is known as State Road 19 Bridge or Stringer Bridge. Thank you for letting us know that. I know you're local there. So what we were told is that Mike Patty was not at work that day and that he had made a purchase at the Marathon gas station. And he took his receipt and he threw it out in the garbage can. And some lady picked it up and hid it. Now, that's just a rumor. No facts, no verification, complete rumor. Yes, and it was before the murders happened.
There she is. There's D.
Hey.
What's up, girl?
Hey, guys. I don't know if you can even hear me.
Yes, we can.
Okay. So, Marv, thank God it's finally out over Frank saying the Mike Patty thing. Because when I heard that, it just has sent me on such a freak out about the whole thing. Because they've always said not all the family is cleared, only some of the family. And that's always stuck with me. So, yeah.
And there's a lot of other bad things that we have heard about him.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of stuff that we've heard about them, but we've never said anything because we don't want that kind of stuff coming biting us back in the butt.
Yeah, I understand. Pam,
You know,
Becky can say whatever she wants. It doesn't mean it's true. And I'm not trashing the family. I'm just being logical and realistic.
Right.
and like I was talking with Sluice members only last night, I said, if you guys ever watch the interviews with Mike and Becky together, watch Becky's demeanor. She acts like she's afraid or something in that nature to say something, and Mike is in control of the narrative. But if you ever watch Becky by herself, her demeanor is completely different. She's willing to talk when Mike's not around, but when Mike's there, she won't say anything.
It's not irresponsible to talk about it. This is everything that all of this that we just said has actually been out there since the beginning of the case.
Yes.
We've just never mentioned it before.
And Cindy, because he was where he was not supposed to be, is why someone would dig that receipt out. He wasn't at work like he normally is, I think.
All right, let's do this real quick. Disclaimer: anything we say is either is rumor. We don't know whether it's fact or anything, so you take it with a grain of salt. We're just putting things out there that we were told and telling you it's just a rumor. We don't have evidence of this stuff.
And public art critic, I agree. No one is stupid enough to cross my patty. But somebody did. Though one lady died and the other one got fired. Get off the property. So, like, you know.
There are some things that we've been told when it comes to Mike Patty and Cody Patty. We just don't have the evidence to prove what's being said.
And DGR says maybe that's why they're talking about the alibi.
I just feel, this is my own opinion, something weird is going on in that family and nobody knows what it is. That's just how I feel. Because technically, I mean, think about it. If it was your grandchild or your child that was brutally murdered like that, what would you do? Would you be all over the news, telling everything that you know, or pleading to the public, you know, we know you did this, come forward, whatever? That's not being done by the family. I would not sit back. I mean, prime example, Carrie Timmons made it very clear she thinks that LE has totally screwed this whole thing up and she's totally pissed. She's just really upset about the whole situation.
Well, and Remy's got a good point. Maybe that's why they say you'll be shocked. So what we're doing here is I'm trying to get everything finalized for getting payment from YouTube for the ads and stuff. And I'm waiting on a PIN code to be mailed to me. Soon as that gets here, we're gonna create the membership, and we'll get into more of these conversations through the membership chats. And that way, people who have the membership will be able to know exactly what we're talking about that night and determine whether they want to be a part of that chat or not. Yeah, until you have a family member murdered, don't counsel other families on what they should be doing.
But what I was saying by that, if it was my child or my grandchild, that's what I would be doing. No way in hell I'd be sitting on my thumb for 5.5 years not saying a damn thing if you know something or have some information.
Vanessa, when you think, oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Vanessa, when I read that, I think Carrie would be vocal about it if she thought it was Mike Patty at all. They treat her so bad.
She's left in the dark on everything.
Ellie doesn't talk to her.
Nope.
Nobody includes her in anything. Would she even be believed? So that's how I look at that.
Well, and here's a good point. There were a lot of things said about Mike and Cody long before the girls died.
Yep. A lot of things.
So.
Oh, and there was a lot of question about that Cody Patty was supposed to be released from prison on the 16th of February. Why was he out so early? Just from things that I've learned and followed and watched, a person that's in prison can get time cut. They could take a correspondence course. They can go get a GED. They could take a college course. They could do anything in prison to get time cut. So maybe he did something in prison where he deserved a few days time cut off his sentence and he got out early. Oh, I like this one by Cindy Ling.
Cindy, I'm more disgusted about how long it's taken to solve this case.
Yeah.
The mess ups of the FBI, the mess ups of whatever proof of whoever being on the camera.
And I don't think a lot of people realize that Mike and Becky Patty have a lot of pull in Delphi.
They are very, yes.
They got a lot of power.
Part of the 1% top earning family or couples in Delphi.
Yeah. Mike Patty at the time was working at Caterpillar. I don't know what he's doing now, but he was working at Caterpillar at the time.
Digital, it's gotten better, but not to the point where it should be. So Cody is actually Becky Patty's sister's son.
No.
No, the other way.
It's her brother's son. She's his biological aunt.
Oh, aunt. That's right. All right. Well, I have to, are you going to stay on, Frank? Because I have to go. I have to take Mark to his activity.
Okay, what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to keep in contact with News 18 out of West Lafayette. And as soon as I get a definite time when they're going to actually broadcast this evening on the KK situation, I will post in our Facebook group, on my Facebook wall, Discord, Messenger, and I will set up a thumbnail on YouTube to let you guys know what time I'm going live. Unless Marv's back before then, which she should be. I know she's got something to do with Marky, so.
I should only be gone like half an hour, 45 minutes.
Julia, I did reach out to Robert Ives last week. I sent him a message. I have not heard back from him. I have sent a message out to Kay Weaver. Haven't heard back from her. I sent a message to Brad German. Haven't heard back from him. So I'm doing everything I can to reach out to people that are on the inside of this case, like family members, people who've been interviewed by FBI, people like that. So, but like I said, guys, I will keep you informed once I hear from Channel 18 West Lafayette. I will call them every half hour or so to see when they're planning to broadcast it. And if they do broadcast it this evening, I will make sure that all of you know, and I will go live and we'll stream it together. Does that sound good, people? Give me a 1 for yes. 2 for a no, whatever, guys.
I agree, Delphi After Dark, but this is the first time we've ever said anything like this, and that's only because the other part of the marathon gas station came up with Kegan.
Yeah.
We're not out here. We're not one of these channels that go out and bash the families. And we have repeated several times that it is just a rumor.
Like we said, Delphi After
And the
Dark.
only reason we're saying anything is because we've been told, we've been given information by more than 2 people.
And these same rumors have been going on since the whole case started. So, or well, even before the case started, we've been hearing about this. So that's why we got a disclaimer. It's just rumor. We don't have no facts or anything to back it up.
No, if we have facts or evidence to back it up, we always tell you and show you guys.
Exactly.
So, okay. Good to see you too, Jen. Much love to you. But, okay, so you're going to jump off of here because I'm sorry, everybody, but I have to take Mark, and I knew that I was going to have limited time today at this time to get on here, but
yeah, I'll keep you guys posted when they're planning to go live with this Kegan Kline thing on News 18 out of West Lafayette. So appreciate everybody coming out. Sorry, but they didn't broadcast it at 5 like they said they told me they were. So that's why I was on the phone with them during the live to verify what they're planning to do. So I will keep you guys informed. Stay tuned, guys.
See you, everyone.
see ya. Thank you. Have a good, well, we'll probably be back on later.
All right, guys.
All right. Peace.
Peace.
One love.